It's unreasonable. I believe under law it states that you have to have reason. You can't be unreasonable with constant questioning or bothering of somebody, harassment to anything where it's something that people are going to be laughing at or something like that, or you're trying to prove to people that like like for some sort of gain or something. That's sort of like a that would be a violation of the law. Um, Defamation. You're trying to defamate my character with your harassment, saying like what my main source of income is. Constantly talking about that as a defamation, a true defamation of one's character, like to the law level. And it's followed. Well, you're using the tactic of harassment to ensue the intimidation, but then thereof, it was also the other charge of which I just spoke of, in which you are posing some sort of fake thing upon me to sort of hinder my life by your unreasonable questioning. You're trying to hinder my life, my heartbeat, my breaths, my moving on. You're hindering it with unreasonable questions, unreasonable harassment, because you continue and continue to ask the same exact question you have already asked me. A question that maybe you could ask every year or so, we've determined, with how fast everything's going. But you ask it almost every minute. And you do it unreasonably to the point where it's a violation of the law, because you then violate the law by that statute or the term or terminology of the charge that I just mentioned, which was the defamation. That's a real charge. So you can now be charged with two things: harassment as well as the that thereof, and then intimidation as well. That's three charges, three laws that you're then breaking, which is higher than any laws that I've ever broken. I've never broken any law, really. Any serious law. I followed it to the T. That was my name, Thomas. My mom called me T. I followed everything to the T, okay, with the law. That's all followed to the T. It's ironed as much as you can iron it in this human world. You can't iron it out anymore in this world. I mean, I guess I could clean the couch up just a bit more and whatnot, but there's nothing you could do to iron it out even more than those clothes on the couch there. I don't know what young boy's unboxing. His very first plaque 4 years ago from No Smoke. I love that song, but then I love the what was it? The dubstep. Have you heard the dubstep version of that No Smoke? That dubstep version of the No Smoke is serious. And then I seen another cool thing today. I didn't know Pete Davidson had a chest tattoo piece or whatever, and he does. And I seen the middle part, and I'm like, hey, that's not too bad, because I was thinking about getting my chest done after I finish up with my arms or whatever. I was like, dang, it must be painful. But it's going to be a while. But he's got his already, and it's already looking sick or whatever. But he's going to be huge motivation for the future. Maybe in 5 years or something or whatever, I'll get something done on my chest or whatever. Maybe even longer. Could be even 10 years. 15. You never know, because right now I'm taking a hiatus. I got to get my hand fixed. I got to get my LaFleur colored with more purple, the guy to do it nice. Get my hand ironed out real nice. Do this front one here. Do the halo over here, and then finish up this arm here. And I got a little work to do here or whatever on this arm, and then a little bit here between the wrist and the other tap, and then and then a little bit. See, I got a lot of work to do on the arms still, so it could be like a long time. Yeah. But what is this news? Pete Davidson had Kim's name put on him. Oh, right here, Kim. All right, so that's that. He's got Kim's name on him. We got Rose. Okay, Rick Ross. I'm always messing with Roe. Always on rose. He's doing something weird today. He's always doing something weird, getting at it. But I noticed that's what you get out of you. He was one of those type of kids, I think. He was real weird and energetic or whatever. And then he defends his weird energeticism or whatever aggressively. But that's what he's getting out of him, sort of, at the workout.
All that breathing, they want you to think they punching so fast, like Bruce Lee. That ain't nothing. That's a nigga making that noise with his mouth. And if you fall for it, that's you. I'ma eat it.
Yeah, I went down and visited Florida before I met all of Ross's family and who he stands up for. Edward Watson. How about Edward Watson? He was a good friend. Man, I remember we was eating shrimp. Well, I never ate none of it. He was eating shrimp. What's that called? Shrimp ramen. He was eating shrimp ramen. He was eating shrimp ramen. And he wasn't eating it like that. He had a whole gosh dang box of it. Then he had sex with my mom, but at the time I thought my mom was like, see, that's the thing about women, eh? I'm not going to get into it. They're sort of like a big box of 12-pack of ramens. Yeah, I thought, but sometimes you have special ramen. But yeah, but I realized that women are much like 12-pack ramen. Don't get too obsessed with 1-pack ramen. It's just 1-pack ramen. You get what I'm saying? Just because you see somebody eating 1-pack ramen, don't mean you will not have 1-pack ramen, or don't be too worried about that 1-pack ramen. The packs of ramen come and go. All right. But I love my mom. Yeah. But that's funny, because everybody goes through their little fantasies or whatever. Japan ramen box. Some people are in the past, big time though. My mom's in the past. A lot of people live in the past. Tonkatsu ramen. Yeah. No, it's a big thing when you buy a gun, eh? If you can save up the money to buy a gun, to get it legally, to have it, it's a big thing. Whether it be a traditional one or one of these higher powered air ones, it's a big thing to own a gun. All right. You own a gun. Okay. You can take somebody's life if you wanted to or whatever, but you don't do it because it's illegal and you're a good person. But you have that power of God's hand or whatever. So you generally should be respected in the community as having one with God's hand for the ability to one then take somebody's whatever. That's the power of buying a gun. Yeah. That months and months and months or years or whatever that you saved up to buy it. That's the power in which you buy. It's a power where nobody can take something from you. Now, this Joe Schmo from somewhere can't kick your door in and do nothing because you'll blow his ass away. That's the right you done bought. Period. And then it feels really good when your community respects it. When they're like, yeah, he saved up his money, he bought the gun. It takes a while, I guess, for that to settle in. And I think it'll settle in even more when I get the 22 machine gun. And then they'll really, and even the women, they'll crack their minds and really respect. Like, this guy owns a gun legally. Okay. And that's it. I own a gun legally. Just keep it at that. And you are who you are. And generally, I'm the type of guy. Now we start talking like how my home life is, what my rules are. I'm over the age 18. Remember, I have rules. just like in jail. They have rules. Okay? I got rules at my house. Like, buddy, you break in, I'm killing you. Shooting you, stabbing you, you're dead. That's my rule, and it's under law. Home invasion, self defense. So if I don't know you, you better call me on my one of my phones and let me know, or give me a notice, or I don't know who the hell you are. That's one of my rules in my wherever I'm living. And under law, under property self-defense law, it's a gray area back then. We're now making it not a gray area. Nothing's good to be in a gray area. Why would you want it to be a gray area? That's horrible. So we're enlightening everybody, okay? Get the light from the screen and really soak it in. You're being enlightened by King StacksAMilli. We're not in a gray area anymore, all right? If somebody breaks in your house, you do them, okay? I had to do a couple people in, all right? There's no gray area, and you don't even go to court for it. If they break in the house, it's blatant. If they come to your property or whatever and you tell them to leave and everything's blatant and you have 10 or 5 people confirming that person violated the law, do something to them. You're not going to go to jail if somebody violates your rights and does a home invasion. We've seen too many murders, unsolved murders and things. All across Canada, all across the US, North America, South America. It's gray. That means it can go black or it can go white. All right. Don't listen to UK anymore. Queen's about to die. We're our own country. We are Canada. We are now like almost like the United States, but we're not the United States. We're like their little brother. So when Big Brother had 12 gauge, we had 20 gauge. Okay? So in the United States, if somebody comes in your property and tries to kill you, you're allowed to shoot to kill. And that's how it is in Canada as well. Phil Thompson shot and killed a police officer that was walking up to his door in Teeswater, Ontario, and that was seen as self-defense. And all the lady did was hadn't even walked up to his door. And she didn't even have her gun out. And he shot her and killed her, and he never went to prison. That was seen as self-defense. Let's see. Yeah, sure. But anyway, we're watching that Raw spaz out. Halo more than 90 million and 265 script drafts later. Halo is finally a TV show. Oh, it's going to be a TV show. Season 1 showrunner Stephen Kane estimates he wrote more than 265 drafts of the first 9 episodes, balancing everything from the production's needs to story notes from Steven Spielberg to the desire to fold in as much of the mythology possible. With as much or with what? With as much of the mythology as they could or whatever as possible. Let's see.